Hi, everybody. Hey, Victory Village. How are you guys doing? If I sound crazy or if I sound a little distant, it's because I don't have a microphone hooked up right now. I got a new microphone, and so I'm going to hook it up right now live so you guys can see what it sounds like, if it sounds good. Um, Hopefully, it's better than the other one. I've been using the other one all year, all 20, and people are like, "You're too low. We can't hear you." So I'm going to try this new microphone. It just came in today to see if this is a little better. This is a condenser microphone. I got it from Amazon. Paid a little bit for it. This is sensitive pickup pure sound. So I'm hooking it up right now. It's a professional condenser microphone and it hooks up with USB. Hey, it's me. Oh yeah, I'm hooking it up. I need to find a pair of scissors so I can take all the little goodies out of the packs and see if this works. Let's hope it works. Please excuse the way I look. I look ratchet today because it's raining and I didn't feel like dressing up. I washed my face. Hey, Keisha. I washed my face and I grabbed some clothes. Hey, do you guys do this? Hey, make it make sense. Sylvia, girl, I have not been graced with your presence in months. I'm so glad that you're here. Where have you where have you and the princess been, honey? Because y'all have been gone. Like I've not seen y'all in forever. Ooh. Okay, so what they sent me was the microphone. I've got the stand. This is the top of the stand and the instructions. So I'm going to put this together if I can and see how this works. And I should be able to do this because I'm super used to doing stuff like this. I'm super used to studio equipment, so you have to screw these in the right way though. All right, so I think we got that. Hidden away. I know. I mean, just this. I'm like, I was thinking about that the other day. I said, there's so many people that, we started our YouTube journey together. Where are they? Like, folks just disappeared. Okay, they sent like this little cap too, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I see a lot of people on YouTube that don't use their cap, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna use mine or not. I guess they do that for the look, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all excited? I'm excited to see how this is gonna turn out. I'm like, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? I'm excited. All right, so I had to take this little doohickey out. Okay, so it looks like this. It's got a volume button there. You can hook your headphones up in here, which is on here. So it's got volume, it's got echo, and all that stuff. So, and you can't see it. You guys can't see my microphone unless I dip down like this. You can't see it. So that sucks. But I do have my other stand. YouTube hardly notifies me anymore. I know. I never get notifications. All right, I am plugged up. Can you guys hear me? I'm plugged up. I just turned the volume up. What does it sound like? Can you guys hear? Is it okay? Does it sound better? Maybe I should listen to it on my phone. Is this good? I'm excited. And I don't even, you're right, it's me. Never get notifications. Like, it's ridiculous. And I mean, you're right, it's me. Never get notifications. Like, it's ridiculous. Yay! So it works, you guys. Yay, Amazon! I have a microphone that works. I have done it all. I like this. This and I have never used it. I've never used it before. Hey, Carolyn. Carol, oh my God. I have a microphone that works. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. Listen, I'm going to keep the box though, just in case. Because y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. I'm going to keep the box. So, yeah, okay. So I do have the volume, this, that, and the other. So this might be the mic that everybody's been getting and everybody's been raving about. I don't know. All I know is time I upload a video, you guys are like, I can't hear you. Can you speak up? You know. Then somebody was like, quit trying to talk sexy. I'm like, this is my voice. I'm not trying to talk sexy. This is the voice God gave me. I'm sorry, yo. I cannot speak any other way. This is the voice God gave me, yo. So I don't have the little puff on the top, so I guess I'm going to keep this off. All right, so now that I got my hot chips. Yes, I will be smacking. So if that bothers you, I sorry, you. And my desk is a mess, so I'm shifting things around. And I have something to drink because I plan on being here for a while because I didn't do anything yesterday. Yesterday was, ugh. Hi, I heard you before you hooked up your new mic. Did you? Well, I'm sure I sounded a little distant just because I wasn't using any mic. The mic it was just like built into the this computer right here. It's really nice. I don't use an extra camera or anything. So when I first started podcasting, I was hoping that the mic inside the computer, would be okay, but it makes me sound like I'm far away. It works. It just makes me sound like I'm, super far away. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? And then when I get on Anchor to do my real podcast, then I sound crazy. Hey, Clever. My metal straw to help save the environment. Okay, listen. Yesterday I was in a funk. I was in a funk yesterday. I was like going through depression. So much went on, so much happened. Dr. Dre is battling an aneurysm. Trump supporters decided they were going to ambush, see, on Dr. Dre's sick bed. He signs over 2 million to his wife because he's going through divorce. It was like never ending. Oprah decided that she would sell the OWN network to Discovery. Yeah, it does, Carolyn. It protects from, but it also acts as a filter. And so I probably will put it on though, Carolyn, just because um I don't have carpet in my house. So I'm constantly dusting. Walk by Faith. Hi, I just saw you in somebody else's stream today. How are you doing, beautiful lady? I was distraught by the whole situation that's going on in the world today. It's just a shameful. All I can do is pray for peace. That's what was wrong with me yesterday. Like, I know I was supposed to be on here. I was supposed to be working. This is my full-time job now, and I'm always talking about how glad I am and how proud I am. And, I retired, from piano and singing and all that because I want a podcast and I want a YouTube channel. And then yesterday hit, and I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just like sobbing and people from a can of paint. But I feel for people. 4 people lost their lives yesterday. Had this been some of us, we would have been dead. It would have been a bloody massacre. And everybody knows it. If the Trump supporters had been mostly this, it would have been a bloody massacre. Now, out of the 4 people that passed away, people have lost a wife or a husband or a parent or a sister or a brother, all because people don't know how to. This was not a peaceful protest. These people broke the fence, barged in the federal building. We wouldn't have even gotten a foot in the federal building. Let's be real. She said thugs. We wouldn't even got a foot in the building. First of all, where are you going? We're not touring today, so you're not getting in. And I just felt so exactly clever. I just felt so disrespected because I was just like, and it's not like I wanted people to lose their lives. That's not what this is. That's not what this is about. It's just looking at the privilege. And the only way my chocolate sisters and brothers get the privilege is if they have rich privilege. If you have, grown up in old money, or if you have, you know what I'm saying? You don't you don't see the other side. I grew up in the South, a regular kid. I went to public school. And if I just so happened to walk down the wrong street, somebody was yelling at me, you need to get your black back to your own neighborhood type of thing. Hey, Swan. I couldn't watch The Capitol Was Under Siege, though. I watched a movie under siege. That's what they call us for BLM. Those people are legitimately traitors to our country. Exactly. Scaling the wall. I did see that. Scaling the walls. And I thought they would have put a sniper. There would have been a sniper up there, to get these black people down off the. And for what? What did that actually do? How did that help the United States? That's the question that I wanted, to pose to my audience is how did yesterday's events help America? How did that help America be great again? 45. And I know the powers that be are probably going to get mad at me for this to talk about. I'm an American. We all are. We live in America. Everybody wants answers. I would love to have some answers as to how this helped. What did this actually do? It certainly hurt the way we look. Do you know other countries all over the world are cracking up at America. They're looking at us like people are probably having second thoughts going, I did want to go to America because I heard that it was the greatest country on earth. But now, after looking at yesterday, I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I'll stay where I'm at because they're acting a fool. I don't want to escape where I live to go to America. This is ridiculous. It made the US look like clowns to the other countries. Exactly. You're right. If we people of color had breached the Capitol, black bodies would still be removed today. I'm telling you. Hey, Smitty, I'm telling you, it would have been an absolute massacre. Nothing would have, been good. Nothing would have been right. It just would have been a bloodbath. Oh my goodness. We used to send the army to countries that act like us. Hey, chop it up. Hello, beautiful lady. It's like, when will it ever stop? Never. And they have the audacity to call the Black Lives Matter thugs. I know, I just heard that on the radio, as a matter of fact. What do they think those people were yesterday? They were terrorists and thugs. I'm trying to tell you, it was a hot mess on crack. Happy New Year, babe. Have I seen you this year? Chop it up. It's the second year. We are 7 days in the year. The Capitol has already been stormed. People are losing their lives. This is how 2020 is starting off. These people aren't even looking at the pandemic and the stuff that we've already been through. How many people have lost loved ones? People have lost, careers. People have had to shut down their businesses. The economy is crap. People are complaining because, on one hand, America is supposed to be broke, but on the other hand, they want America's money, and then what about this $600 stimulus check? And I'm just like, what were you doing before you got the stimulus check? Were you working? Did you need it for something specific? Yeah, it's a drop in the bucket, but really, what is that going to do? What did $1,200 do? Did it help you pay a couple of bills? That's great. Did it get you into a new apartment? That's great. Did it help you pay your mortgage? That's great. But don't expect an America that's broke to actually pay all of your bills or get you out of debt or help you save your business. It's up in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And they can't say, oh, well, we'll give all of you guys money and not give all of you guys some money or whatever, because it doesn't work like that. So everybody got the stimulus check. If you live in the United States of America, you got your stimulus check. And most of my friends were like, well, I paid, a part of my mortgage, or I had a car note, so I paid the car note, stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's great. It did help. Maybe it will help stretch you out, in a month if you use it wisely. I know that some people are investing right now. I have anxiety about me is, you know, and I don't want to go get a money guy and go, what do I need to do, this, that, and the third, because money guys are making rich people go bankrupt and file bankruptcy now because everybody's a crook. So it's like, what do you do? So I'm investing in myself. um Nobody can watch your money like you can. So if you want, to make money in your sleep, invest in yourself and, create a business that will help you do that. If you just have to, spend your money on the car note or food or, you know what I'm saying, the more that. But if you can get that stimulus and turn it into another stream of income, that would be my suggestion. Because at this point, we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous out there. And we don't know what's happening. It's like, when will it ever stop? Happy New Year. Walk by Faith says, and they literally believe that orange, he's not leaving peacefully. That's why he didn't say anything. That's why he wasn't like, get those people, out of the federal building. The orange guy would have been pitching a fit if the chocolate people were climbing the walls. He would have been pitching a fit. Do you guys hear me? Oh my God. So it's raining cats, and I literally got up, made myself go get something to snack on. I was like, I have to get up out of here, wake myself up, get my butt on camera, get to work. And it's one thing after another. Yesterday's catastrophe was enough to make all of America depressed, to be honest with you. Then I checked up on the housewives, and I discovered Salt Lake City. And I'm just going to say that I will not be reporting about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm about over this reality TV thing. Salt Lake City is embarrassing. And it's not because of Mary, but Mary's situation is different, in which she is the lady that married her step by request of her grandmother. That was her grandmother's dying wish, that one of her granddaughters would marry her husband. So the grandmother knew she was going to pass away. And she requested that one of her granddaughters marry her husband. No blood relation at all. Mary waited 2 years, and then she said, I will do it. And now she is on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This woman is a minister. I don't know. She's a pastor. I just can't. Donald Jr. said that he will be running for president if his father doesn't run in 2024. This is shameful. I'm not voting for any Trumps, period, because I don't know what these people are capable of. I don't know. Now, going back to Donald Jr. Donald Jr. is the one who wanted his father evaluated, right? He thinks there's something wrong with 45. He thinks that 45 maybe what is it? He what do you call that? Senile. He may be losing it a little bit. So no, Donald Jr., we won't be voting for you because you may have the same thing going on with your brain. So no tea, no shade. It could be hereditary. You know, so no, we won't be doing that. And then Dr. Dre, have y'all been praying for him? When I saw that he had a blood clot in his head, I was like, oh my God, let's look this up. There's some information on Dr. Dre. He's sharing a message after he suffered his aneurysm. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So Dr. Dre has a message. He suffers a brain aneurysm, shares encouraging message. There he is right there. At 8:12 p.m., Dr. Dre posted a message thanking everyone for their love and support, saying thanks to my family, friends, and fans for their interest and well wishes. I'm doing great and getting excellent care from my medical team. I will be out of the hospital and back home soon. Shout out to all the great medical professionals at Cedars. One love. And that's what he posted on his Instagram. So he's doing better. Dr. Dre is at Cedars Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles after suffering a brain aneurysm. Sources connected to Dre and with direct knowledge tell us that Dre suffered the aneurysm Monday and was rushed by ambulance to Cedars and was taken directly to ICU, where he remains today. Our sources say the 55-year-old music mogul is stable and lucid, but doctors don't know what caused the bleeding, and they are doing a battery of tests. And there he is with him and his wife, Nicole, who are respectfully and quietly going through a divorce. As you know, Dre is in the middle of a very contentious divorce with his estranged wife, Nicole. As we reported, Nicole wants $2 million a month in temporary spousal support and $5 million for attorney's fees. But Dre says he's been paying all of her expenses. So the $2 million demand was outlandish. He also says the attorney fees are outrageous since her lawyers have only been working on the case for a few months. And the article, goes on, whatever. But as we reported, Nicole wants a judge to reject the prenuptial agreement, which probably isn't going to happen. She signed it in 1996, so that's not going to happen. Claiming Dre ripped it up early in the marriage. Dre strongly denies that. It doesn't really make a difference, Nicole, if he rips it up or not. If his attorneys have it, if it's filed, then it's standing. So it doesn't make a difference if he ripped that piece of paper up or not. There's a hearing Wednesday in downtown LA on both issues, but obviously Dre will not be attending, and we're assuming the judge will continue the matter. It's ridiculous. These celebrities and these superstars, and this man an aneurysm, and you probably don't care, Nicole, but could you just lay off? I'm pretty sure that this woman is not suffering. She is not starving. She has plenty. She's going to get plenty. Just, who needs $2 million a month? Whatever. Yeah, I heard that too, Clever. Cedars is a good hospital. Let's see what the village is saying. Chop It Up says, yes, that's sad. And he also agreed to the $2 million a month. Right. He did that yesterday. And I thought that was crazy. Who needs $2 million a month? I'm thinking 2 million, period, will be fine. You don't need to buy a pair of red bottoms once a week. Dr. Dre needs to repent for not being there for his children and for the abuse that he did to Miss Charlotte and the other women in his life. He has a lot of repenting to be doing. That's just my opinion. If he's Christian or if he repents or not. But what I do know is that $2 million a month is ridiculous, regardless. I mean, if he's like got millions and millions, why don't you just do like, you know, 5 million, 7 million, 10 million, cap it off right there, and that's it. And, be done with it. If you've got children, set up, you know, something. I don't know what Dr. Dre's schedule is like or whatever, but if you want to see your kids, see your children, you know what I'm saying? If you have underage children, if all of your children are not underage, and they're adults, you should be free, to see your children. Children see your parents whenever you want, right? I mean, he is definitely getting a second chance because there are not a lot of survivors of an aneurysm, especially in your head. But listen, I don't know what kind of attorneys these people have. Let's see. I am trying to update 7 minutes ago. Let's see what the riot is talking about at this point. Calls grow for Trump's removal after Capitol riot. This is by Meg Wagner, Melissa Makaya, Melissa Montani, Veronica Roche, Mike Hayes, and Fernando Alfonso III of CNN. Reported 8:45 p.m. January 7th. What you need to know: Congress affirmed President-elect Joe Biden's 2020 election victory after a pro-Trump mob assaulted the Capitol yesterday. Federal prosecutors are looking into everyone involved in the unrest, including the role President Trump played in inciting the crowd. A growing number of Republican leaders and cabinet officials told CNN they believe Trump should be removed from office before January 20th. Trump publicly acknowledged for the first time tonight that we will not serve a second term. Trump, you had been voted out like forever ago. Biden had already been announced as the president-elect. Stop it. You had no chance, like it wasn't a close race. Lives would have been saved had Trump acknowledged reality earlier. This is from a Michigan governor. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer called out President Trump for finally pledging an orderly transfer of powers to President-elect Joe Biden on January 20th, saying it's about bleep time. Had he done this earlier, lives would have been saved. A day after rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol building, had they invested themselves in a peaceful transition and started working with the incoming administration, lives would have been saved. What do we know? A U.S. Capitol, police officer has died from events stemming from Wednesday's riot at Capitol. 3 sources confirmed to CNN that this happened. The police officer is now the 5th person to die. Remember, there was 4. Now you have the police officer. So the police officer is the 5th person to die as a result of the day's violence. One woman was shot and killed by Capitol Police as the crowd breached the building. That's where you see the Spider-Man, climbing and all of this as if they were possessed. But they breached the building and 3 officers suffered medical emergencies. So not only do you have 5 deaths, but you have 1, 2, 3 other people that were wounded. They were officers and they suffered medical emergencies that proved fatal. If he'd spent the energy that he has tried to use to sow doubt and violence and seeds of division toward addressing the pandemic, lives would have been saved. I agree with that. I'm glad that he's come to the conclusion finally. However, we paid an incredible price as a nation for his inability to see the facts and understand them and accept them. This is where we are. The Senate chaplain urges Congress, the nation, to unite after assault on the Capitol. I'm sure. I'm not even going into that particular detail. I think all of this is just ridiculous, and I can't believe that we have a president that actually stood by this. I can't believe that we have a president in the United States of America that once was like, I'm not going peacefully. And he has done so much damage. And we're talking about a man yesterday that literally got his Twitter account shut down again. They could only shut it down for 12 hours. So he wasn't able to tweet for 12 hours. They took the last two tweets that he did down. They shut it down for 12 hours. And then after the 12 hours was up, he commits to tweeting once again, just back to back to back. It's ridiculous. Trump was very negligent with our lives. I mean, like, seriously, seriously. Where is everyone tonight? Well, you know how it is. If I'm not talking to my audience, a lot of people like drama. You know how it is, but I love all of y'all. Yes, I did a story about it, and I agree. If that's what she used to do, plus 20 years, she deserves it. Walk by Faith says, Jew, same bugs that rushed the Capitol or some of the thugs had to kidnap the mayor, and Trump called them good old boys. Right. Which I thought was just stupid. Excuse my typos. It's okay. I understood what you were saying. They need to take his Twitter account until he leaves the office because he's not. They said that they can shut the Twitter account down after he's no longer the president. They can shut it down for good. So if he continues to act a fool, they probably the person that tried to shut the account down before lost his job. Meanwhile, I was on Twitter like this. Absolutely shut it down. Facebook shut him down until the 20th. Well, that's good to know because I can't deal. Guys, thanks for out my microphone with you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, Perfect Storm. How you doing, boo? Y'all say hi to my new villager, Perfect Storm. She joined the family the other day. I was in Annie's chat, munching and chatting, because I love I think I was looking for hauls, like grocery store hauls, and I ran into munching and chatting 2 years ago. So I've been a fan of hers for 2 years. I finally met Perfect Storm. Perfect Storm is so funny. So we decided to become YouTube family. So if you like to laugh and chuck it up, I do. I love to laugh and I love to, be all, silly and stuff. Y'all know how I do. I do not understand why anyone is surprised by what happened yesterday. He clearly stated that if he lost, that there would be war. I'm not surprised. It walk by faith. Like I was so disappointed. I was just like, I can't believe how many. Look, this goes to show you that if you have a following, how your following will be down for you. Like, we all know that Donald Trump has done some silly stuff, especially when it comes to social media. But these people are ride or die for this man. Look at like, I come from a family. We have yet to touch on Jamal. Let me show y'all what Jamal did. Jamal Bryant, Magic City. Jamal Bryant was spotted at Magic City. Uh, Say, listen, let me let y'all know something. This is not the first time this has happened. Hey, sis, y'all make sure y'all say hey to my sister Doreen. She's in the house. She said, "Well, what am I, chopped liver?" I love you, Doreen. What are you talking about? I love my sister. Y'all make sure y'all say hi to my sister before she kills me. She said, "What am I, chopped liver?" You guys check this out. You want to you want let me put my banner up real quick because no, not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, let me put this banner up real quick to show you guys what we're talking about. We're talking about Jamal Bryant right now. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is real. All right. So, okay, let me go back to this one. Am I showing it right? Yeah. Okay, so listen. There is a video that I was watching yesterday all about the tea 23 hours ago. Jamal Bryant was spotted at Magic City. Now, it's not what you guys actually think. What had happened was Jamal said that he was on his way um, to the parts of Atlanta that barely vote. That he had, you know what I'm saying? And he was on Instagram and Magic City was in the background. He said that he did not go in, but he was outside talking to the people and he would allow the people, to come. They had a great big, they had a great big old, van outside and all this kind of stuff. And it was, so I was like, okay, maybe he didn't go in. But then I come across this article from some years ago and it said 5 preachers called out at Magic City strip club. And there's the famous logo Magic City. This was in 2019, perhaps, I think. No, this was 2013. This was 2013. Um, and of course, Bishop Pastor Jamal Bryant was among these men as well. I'm just saying, okay? You know, make of it what you will. Oh, and people, when somebody just said that Dr. Dre needed to repent because he let his kids fall. By the way, he didn't spend time with his children. But hey, I think some other people have some things to repent about as well. A little research goes a long way, you guys. A little research goes a long way. This was in September 1st, 2013, and Jamal Bryant was in their alleged former girlfriend of Pastor Jamal Bryant made a statement about that. And then again, I cut my fellowshipping short at Magic City to get 45 minutes of sleep to drive here and to be accosted by basically exploitation. T.I. told Killer Mike, and this had something to do with Pastor Jamal Bryant, Black America Web. Jamal Bryant in Magic City has Google. So I don't really have, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. I did not make this stuff up. That's why I do a lot of research with you guys on film because I don't want anybody saying that I made this stuff up. I didn't make this up. I didn't make this stuff up. This stuff is on. Listen, if I didn't find these things on the internet and in the news and on the radio, I would not have a show. I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't. Is your mom Brian has the nerve to say that there was sex trafficking going on there, and he was there to preach to them, okay, if they were sex trafficking women, why are they outside of Magic City? Um, Walk by Faith, he said he was trying to get the people to vote. He wanted the strippers and the patrons to come out, or the patrons to come out of Magic City and with him and his fellow constituents and all that to get them to vote. These are people who hardly ever vote. So what he wanted was them to come out and vote. So that was his purpose for storming the block of Magic City. He was saying, come out to vote. Clever said, now, maybe he was ministering to the dancers. Mm-hmm. Oh, ish, I was joking. I'm just saying, I I'm gonna just keep it real. I almost bought it, but then when I looked at the other articles from years ago, so maybe he was using the days of when he did, happen to visit strip clubs, and then all of a sudden, well, they know me, so let me, go out there. No, that's not how this works, Jamal. That's not how any of this works. Oh, gosh. Anyway, came here to just test out my microphone. I have no love for Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant has really upset me in ways. I just with the ministry and everything, you know. Pray for the world we live in, you guys. That's all I can say. Thanks for listening to me for the last 45 minutes clamor on and on about the state of our nation, the state of the world, the state of the United States of America. I know this was not exciting tonight. I just am trying to get out of a funk because I'm not even kidding. Like yesterday, I was miserable. I was in a miserable funk yesterday. Walk by Faith says, but then when I look at you, Jamal Bryant needs to stop. These what is for extracurricular activities. Well, I'll tell you what, Walk by Faith, since you said that, he used Giselle Bryant for clout. He got exactly what he wanted. Why? Because people are talking about him. He has eyes on him. He grew his audience. People, he's not going to be forgotten. He's always going to do something to stay in the public's eye. It's not enough that you do God's work, but you have to showboat about it as well. Now, listen, on one hand, and then I'm going to be done, I promise. I need social media and stuff to have its eyes on me so I can tell you guys what's happening, so I can tell you where to come and support. But there's this other fine line where God expects you to do good by his people without bragging about it. So I don't need for you to get on social media and brag about what you've done in a binder that you have in your lap upside down. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm not used to this microphone being right here, and I have hit this thing 5 times. But do you understand what I'm saying? I don't need for you to brag about this. What I need for you to do is just do the Lord's work. If that's what you're supposed to be doing, tell us where you're going to be or whatever. Tell us, a little bit about what's happening, if you will, if you want to, and then get off of social media. I don't need people taking pictures of you giving diapers to, babies in need. I don't need people taking pictures of you handing out turkeys on Thanksgiving. I don't need any of that. So if somebody happens to ride by and take a picture of you doing something great, that's awesome, but it shouldn't be on your feed. There was a time when my sister circle, Doreen can tell you, she's in the audience right now, and we did a diaper drive for an organization because stuff was this was like years ago. This was like it had nothing to do with the pandemic or anything. This was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's like a fire or something. Something happened. And anyway, one of the local restaurants, Logan's. Anybody been to Logan's? Um, and we did these bracelets, the friendship bracelets, and all kinds of stuff. And the money that we took from that, I matched it, and then I went and got, me and my daughter went and got diapers and stuff like that. And that particular organization was blessed. We went to have dinner at there, and then I put the, diapers up there or whatever. And I wasn't compelled to brag about it. I wasn't compelled at that particular time. But you know what? The church that I went to also donated. So we all went out there and people, meal, the money was going to, go towards the efforts or whatever. And it was really, a blessing for that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I need to take pictures because I want the ladies to know that, I have proof. And then, my dad was like, well, if you have to do all that for proof, then they don't trust you or whatever. You don't have to brag about the things that you do. That's not how this works. That's not how you receive a blessing. You don't get blessed by bragging about the things that you do for the communities. Tell people participate, but the aftermath shouldn't be a website full of photographs of you shaking hands and kissing babies, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good that you're doing stuff like that, but the people who need to know you're doing that are the people who, are affected positively by that. You know what I'm saying? You look at the people that, we've donated money to, or sometimes I'll just, drop money somewhere, or like the kids that get free school supplies, they don't know us. We don't drop notes in the little things going, tell little Timmy this is for me. They don't know where this stuff comes from. Remember this, but their parents are going to be like, there's an organization that can help us. There are places where we can get, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to the point where I don't have to go and get the canned goods, but I can drop off a whole heap of canned goods for somebody, at the holiday season or any time of the year, not just at, holiday season or whatever. We have a Salvation Army that needs stuff. So when I clean out my closet, I can go to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army and help. You know what I'm saying? I don't put on social media, well, I clean out my closet and I'm sending 16 sweaters and 12 pairs of jeans to the Salvation Army to help people who don't have clothes. Like, that's stupid. I think that's dumb. And I think that the people who do that should stop. Like, okay, are you bragging about it? What was the point of that post? Do you want us to follow suit? Like, there should be a call to action, in that post if you're going to post it, not just for bragging rights. And I borderline don't support Jamal Bryant in those efforts because I just kind of feel like it's bragging. You know what I'm saying? Even if I wasn't, if I didn't grow up in ministry, even if I, wasn't on the Lord's side, my character would still pull me to do good for different people, just because that's just who I am, you know. If I give money to a hungry person, or whatever, I'm not going to ask that person, you are you really hungry or are you just out here scamming people? Not like they're going to tell you the truth anyway. But the bottom line is, it's none of my business. If I feel compelled to help somebody, I will. And I'm not going to take a selfie with the homeless person, Jamal, just because, ugh, you know what I'm saying? It just annoys me. It really irks me. Hey, Cliff. Hey, y'all. Have you been relaxing? I'm about to go relax. My hour is almost up. And I do agree with you, Walk by Faith. He has narcissistic characteristics. It's like, look at me, I'm doing this. Right. That believe some of the stuff that he says because of that. of that mentality. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have a hard time believing if he's telling the truth. I have a hard time believing you saying, the good stuff because of the bad stuff. And now you have this, new kid that's out there, Zuri, I think her name is, and you haven't claimed this child to be yours, and everybody's waiting for you to claim this child to be yours, and you haven't said anything, yet you felt compelled to say something when Monique brought the show. Then you got a binder talking about it was the receipt book or whatever you said, but you don't feel compelled at all to claim Zuri or Zoe or whatever her little cute name is on social media. It's just a little backwards. It's just a little backwards. That's all I'm saying. We're looking for accountability. We're looking for this thing to say, well, Jamal has claimed all of his children, and these are all of his children, and he's taking care of all of his children, and he's spending time. You don't have time to do anything to your church and see about your children. If you've got, between 7 and 9 children, your time is swallowed up. I'm just saying. That's just how he doesn't have a humble spirit. He has a spirit of boasting. It is narcissistic, boasting, bragging, not, I don't see any humility. And that live stream he did not depict him as a pastor at all. That had been pricked, and he was going to prick Monique back, and it was just stupid. And I'm just, oh boy, these people have got to get a grip on reality. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to come in and say hi for a minute and try my microphone. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out with me. Where's my box? I wanted to show you guys the box one more time. Anyway, I'll post on the community tab the who, what, when, where, and why of the microphone. And so you guys can get a better look at it. But this is ROHS, US Professional Recording Microphones. And according to Les Audiences, it sounds wonderful. So I think I did a pretty good pick. I'm sorry about the other microphones or whatever. I tried 2 other microphones and the microphone that is embedded in my computer. And I don't know. I don't know if I wore them out or what, but I do appreciate, and thanks for everybody who says stuff to me like I can't hear you, or check the volume on your mic without being rude. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate stuff like that. I can take constructive criticism because I want the podcast and I want my YouTube channel to be great for all of you. I want you to have a good experience when you come here. So that's why, I said, excuse me for my demeanor today, but yesterday I was in a funk. And so I know you guys were like, where is Twana? There's stuff going on and she's absent. Well, now you know. And then my microphone came in today and I was like, I'm not going to let this pass by. I am going to, test this bad boy out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave it on this stand or not. I like it. I think this is going to be good. And the fact that it has a volume button and the fact that you can plug your headphones up in here, I think this is a really good idea. I didn't use the microphones today. Hey, Burn. But I think this is going to be real good. I also got a nail kit, and my daughter has challenged me to use such nail kit on my YouTube channel. And I said, really? So I got this nail kit from Amazon, and they put some little trinket. I don't wear, like, these are spider webs and all that kind of stuff. And I think maybe it was for Halloween. I'm probably not going to use those. So I'm probably going to give those away to somebody. I'm not using that. But this kit has, I think, 6 different polishes in it. And then it also has that base coat and top coat. I know. I'm still doing self-care, and I'm trying my best to wean myself off. And sugar, I'm trying to break up with sugar. And look, I even got myself a new Yeti. Is this not the prettiest? I was at Publix, and y'all know I love pink. Look at that. This is gorgeous. So this is like for water only. And like when I go out, because I did have a Yeti that I took with me all the time. And I think I left it at a restaurant last year. So I was like, I'm going to get something that I can't, leave. So this is like water 24/7, ice water cold. So this is my cute little Yeti that I got for myself. And then I also have, like I said, the metal straws or whatever, because I'm trying to do better by the environment. But I am taking self-care a little bit more seriously. I just have to get out of the funk, and just really, you know, I'm trying to wash 2020 off of me, I guess. So just bear with me and pray for the world and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, don't mask it up. Make sure that you put your mask on, do your hand sanitizer and all that. Become a member if you haven't. I have already started creating content for our members only. So make sure that you become a member so you can get an inside scoop on everything that I do. Make sure that you live on purpose, because there is no other way that you are going to be happy and experience fulfillment except for that you live on purpose. Um, what did you say? Are you talking about the Publix grocery store? Yes, I hear people in Florida talk about Publix. Yes, Publix and Kroger, I love this. Mask it up, live on purpose, get that self-care going, become a member, visit my website, and all that good stuff. Oh, and for those of you who said that you have not been getting notifications, click that bell again. Like unsubscribe and subscribe and then click it again, or you could just move the bell around and see if that works. Because I did that for a lot of people with the bell. I would click the bottom and then turn around, click the top again. Some people I am getting notifications. It worked for some people. So, and then I'll also let you guys know how my little microphone is doing when I listen to the playback. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me for this hour, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.